Good afternoon, Delaware time. That's Delaware, USA. I know I'm behind the mic, but that's where I feel most comfortable at. It's been a while since we've done one of these, and I just wanted to come on quickly and give you an update about some of the things that are taking place, some of the things that's not, some of the things that will be. This last week or so, we have had some difficult times here. As most of you know, if you've been listening to the show or staying up on Facebook, my 14-year-old grandson had a severe episode last Wednesday night before we went on the show. And we want to thank each and every one of you for your support, your kind words, and most of all, for your prayers. We haven't been able to come on the air each and every night because of that situation, and we are settling into a more normal schedule around here now, but we're still not where we want to be. We have some grave concerns about Jeffrey, and we are constantly monitoring him as he is being monitored by a heart monitor that is sending back data continuously 24/7 to AI DuPont Children's Hospital in Wilmington, Delaware. Soon, he is going to have what they call a tilt test, which will help the doctors and the medical staff that are at AI DuPont decide, come to a conclusion, give us some answers as to what happened. And what happened was indeed scary. So I decided to come on this afternoon just to share with you where we stand now and what we're going to do as we continue broadcasting the George Espenlaub Show. We have the opportunity to not only do the George Espenlaub Show with guests from all over the world, from all walks of life, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, but Saturday evening at 6:30 Eastern Time, and again Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, we are privileged to air Pacific Garden Mission's radio show entitled Unshackled. If you've been listening, you know and you understand that it is true life stories of real individuals that found themselves in some precarious situations, and because of the gospel, they came out on the other side unshackled. It's the oldest running dramatization radio program in history. It's been running since 1950 and running strong. Over 2,600 radio outlets broadcast it daily around the world, and we're happy here at the George Espenlaub Show to be one of those outlets that is contributing to getting Pacific Garden Mission's message out to men and women, boys and girls around the world. It's aired over 12,000 times a week. That's a lot of times in 1 week. And Pacific Garden Mission has been operating and ministering to the needy since 1877. And indeed, that's a long time. So where do we stand with the George Espenlaub Show? Well, this is Tuesday, April 2nd. We weren't on the air last night. We will be on the air tonight, and we will be bringing an exciting episode of Unshackled at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have some good gospel music and the featured story, and some more gospel music. We have eased off. Is that a good word? We have backed off from our guest coming on the show for right now, today, and possibly tomorrow and Thursday. We're not sure yet because we are continually paying attention to Jeffrey's situation. Right now, he is doing fine. He's resting, as he is supposed to be. He's eating well again. He's looking like his old self again. And he doesn't seem to be worried in the least. It's just that the rest of us are. So, tonight we will be airing an episode of Unshackled, the Ministry of Pacific Garden Mission out of Chicago, Illinois. And we go day by day. And soon, within the next couple of days, 3 days, we want to be back on the air with the George Espenlaub Show and doing, presenting our guests from all walks of life from around the world so that you can be entertained and you can be challenged to think. I don't understand why certain things happen at certain times, but nonetheless they do. So this is the cards we've been dealt with, so we'll play them. I ask for your continued support. I ask for your prayers. I ask that you hang in there with us, and I most certainly hope, I really do, and I mean this, I hope that you enjoy each and every episode of Unshackled. As you listen to Unshackled, wherever you might be, on whatever device you might have at the time, I want you to know that I'm listening to that episode for the very first time myself. We have access to all the archives, all the shows of the past, plus we have access to the present shows, and we want to mix them up here and there. But nonetheless, each and every one of them is exciting, to say the least. We've already had some people on our show, on our radio show, that was featured on Unshackled. We had Kevin and Betty Hamang. We had Major Kofty, and we're going to have more. I would like to share with you and tell you that this Friday evening we will be having Tag Team Friday. That's right, Tag Team Friday. We will definitely be on with the George Espenlaub Show Friday night, sooner I hope, but definitely on Friday night we will be on the air at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will be presenting Tag Team Friday. Tag Team Friday is going to consist of myself and Dina Ray Tosto, and together we are going to team up, and share with you some of the startling things that's taking place in Homeland Security. There's a lot of things going on, folks. We need to pay attention to them. I know that American Idol might be important to you, or Survivor, or Dancing with the Stars, or whatever cranks your boat. But listen, there's some things taking place in this country that men and women, boys and girls, need to sit up and pay attention to. And this is one of them. So, on Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, make sure you tune into the George Espenlaub Show as Dina Ray Tosto and myself teams up and brings you some startling information about what is taking place in Homeland Security. Remember, it's your country. Pay attention. Each and every one of us have a responsibility to stand up. It's still, or do I need to remind people, it's still we the people. We govern. We are not governed over. We are not the peasants. The politicians in Washington, D.C., state and local politicians, are not lords over us. We, the people, are the government. Stand up, take notice, pay attention, take notes, and march with us as we try to sound the alarm and let men and women, boys and girls across this nation and around the world know that these are some perilous times in this United States of America. And we need more voices. We need men and women to be informed so that they can make the proper decision in taking this country back for we the people. So Friday night, Dina Ray Tosto and myself will be teaming up to bring you a presentation of what's happening with Homeland Security here in the United States of America. And we also have the capacity, although all these things have happened since we have even tested it on the air, but we have the capacity now that you, the guest, wherever you might be, can call in. Here's the number that you can call in. Write this down if you get a chance. 302-497-3414. That's 302-497-3414. That is the call-in number. And you can ask our guests questions, make your comments, so on and so forth. And we have tested it. It works. And we are excited because now we can implement on the George Espenlaub Show and even in our Unshackled shows. So the number again is 302-497-3414. And listen, don't be someone that sits back in the corner. If you have a question, ask. The chat room is always open, but there's just something about that phone line that opens things up. Call in. 302-497-3414. That's 302-497-3412. Eventually, I'll get it up here, and I won't have to look at that piece of paper again. But we want you to call in. We want you to participate on the George Espenlaub Show, and you can ask our guests questions, make comments, and pass the word that we now have call-in capacity, call-in availability, wherever you're at. That number is a Skype number. So if you're on Skype and you call that number, Skype to Skype, it's free. 302-497-3414 from anywhere in the world. We got that number so people that don't have Skype on their cell phones or their tablets or other devices can call in. You can even pick up your home telephone and call us at 302-497-3414. Boy, I sure have plugged that phone number, haven't I? But it's a vital part. It's a vital part. And as things become more normalized around here, we can begin to utilize that tool, that utility, because it's a great asset to any show. So remember that. Friday night, the tag team, Dina Ray Tosto and me, yours truly, the guy behind the mic, will be sharing with you some startling things about our Homeland Security Department of the United States of America. So those are the things that have been happening. Also, we have some roundtable discussions because we have the availability now. We're going to put some educators together and bring them all on at once and have a roundtable discussion. We are going to have a discussion of some top-notch broadcasters all at one time here on the show. 3 or 4 of the top broadcasters are going to come and spend some time with me, and we're going to share some things, and you can call and so on and so forth. There's a lot of good things that we're looking at if the moon rocks would just stop falling out of the sky. We're trying. We're keeping on, keeping on. We might get knocked down, but we're not knocked out. I learned a long time ago, you just point your face in the direction that you want to go. Might get punched and battered a little bit. Might get knocked down. Might even get knocked out sometimes, but you'll come to sooner or later. You get back up, wipe your face off, and set it in the same direction that you was before you got punched out. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? To all my friends out there, to you that's down the street, around the corner, across this great nation, and around the world. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every one of you. Hang in there with us. Keep praying. Keep praying. Because the boy's making progress. And I know it's going to come out all right. I really, really know that. So, join me tonight, Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, for another exciting episode of Unshackled. Do me a favor. Email a friend, call a friend, tap a friend on the shoulder, put it on your Facebook page, your Tumblr page, stumble over it. You know, do all those things with the media things that we have available today. Pass the word that the George Espenlaub Show will be on tonight, live from the Funny Farm, although when we play Unshackled, we are very, very serious, because that's the ministry of Pacific Garden Mission. We're just a vehicle that's sending out their message, and we are so thankful, and we feel privileged to be a part of such a ministry. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends, Romans, and countrymen, wherever you're at. Until tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, this is George Espenlaub saying, be safe, be kind, and I'll see you later. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for stopping in.